Funding for Shaperillis is provided by
Squarespace, the sponsor of today's video. So, funny story, I had this idea in mind as a potential sequel to my video determining which Smash Bros characters have eaten pizza before that video even came out, let alone before it ended up exceeding my expectations in terms of views. I actually wrote half the script a year ago, and then it just kinda got lost in the shuffle compared to other projects that didn't require quite as much research. And then Mario Kart World, a game where one of the items you clearly consume is a burger, got unveiled. Upon seeing this, two things immediately became clear. Number one, I am destined to finish this video, and I cannot allow it to remain in limbo. And number two, thank God I procrastinated so long on it. Oh man, can you imagine how outdated this video would have been if I put it out even a week before the Switch 2 Direct? I actually would have killed Nintendo, I'm so serious. So yeah, now that my job has officially been made easier, I am stoked to determine once and for all which Super Smash Bros. Characters have consumed the legendary burger. I mean, who isn't curious about this, right? It's a question that's plagued humanity since the dawn of time. We gotta find out which percentage of the funny haha Nintendo mascot characters have eaten a sandwich consisting of one or more cooked beef patties placed inside a sliced bread roll or bun roll. We just gotta. So yeah, I think this will be a little shorter and a little easier to research, not only because of World, but also now that I know the best places to look for foods in each franchise thanks to my experience making the pizza video. I'm a changed man who knows the inner workings of Pokemon Cafe Mix now. I can figure all this out lickety-split, and I'm gonna aim to have no mistakes this time. A tall order, but as a professional Smash Bros. Character eating food researcher, it is my civic duty to provide you with an accurate report. The same rules as last time apply, obviously. We're only looking at canonical game appearances, ignoring any other media like movies or shows. And Smash Bros. Itself does not count for burger consumption, or else everyone would be a burger eater. And when everyone eats a burger, no one will eat one. Anyway, why don't we start our burger-filled quest already? Let's kick things off once again with our first smasher, Mario. Can he eat a burger? Yeah, weren't you paying attention? It's the food in Mario Kart. Even ignoring World, some of my preliminary research on this topic uncovered Paper Mario Color Splash on the ill-fated Wii U, which features an item called a Magma Burger. So even in paper form, Mario has burger munching on his resume. But if you're adamant that Paper Mario isn't real Mario or whatever, then fine. Mario Kart World squarely puts Mr. Nintendo in the burger eater tier. And as for Donkey Kong, it's the exact same deal. You can see him holding a burger and grinning like there's no tomorrow on the official artwork for the game. Nobody loves burgers more than our funky monkey over here. Another easy win for the burger eater tier. Now it's time for my boy Link. I've played a ton of Zelda games, and I've never once encountered anything even close to a burger in the land of Hyrule. Well, to be fair, I never played Spirit Tracks. The one and only mention of burgers I could find across the series comes from this random woman in Castletown, who desires fish burgers. You can't eat a fish burger yourself, and even if you could, this is Spirit Tracks Link, not Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom Link. Burgers aren't around in those two games at all. So with no record of their existence anywhere in the era of the wilds, I'm just gonna assume they've been lost to the ages, like pizza was before Link uncovered its recipe. I'm gonna put Link in the doesn't know what burger is tier. I mean, unless you want to count Scribblenauts, where you can throw a burger at Link. But yeah, no, that does not count, sorry. And just like pizza, it appears that Metroid is completely free of any mention of burgers. There's no evidence of Samus ever encountering one in her travels, though I feel like it would probably still exist in the future this series presents. Maybe. Samus is a smart lady, I'm sure she's heard of them. I'll put her in knows what burger is, doesn't eat it. Dark Samus. Probably doesn't know about burgers, just like she probably doesn't know about pizza. Being an abomination made of pure Phazon will do that to you. Now for Yoshi. You're not gonna believe this, but he's in Mario Kart World. Burger Eater ahoy. Kirby, 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 that's the name you should know. Kirby, Kirby, Kirby. He's obviously eaten a burger before, guys. Like, who do you think you're talking about? He eats everything. Ever since Kirby Superstar and the SNES, a hamburger has been part of this pink puffball's not particularly balanced diet. And spoilers for later in the video, the fact that it's also in Return to Dreamland means a couple of Kirby's friends are going to be covered as well. But I like going in order, so screw them, it's not their time. It is time to cover Star Fox. And searching the word burger on the Star Fox wiki turned up absolutely no results. That's good enough for me. I don't really care about Star Fox that much, sorry. I actually did mess up last time with the pizza video, since there are indeed pizza boxes in Star Fox Adventures. But I don't think anyone has a Burger King bag lying around the ship somewhere. There's probably a cow in this universe we haven't met, and that would make things incredibly awkward if the gang ate burgers and shit, so yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna put Fox in the doesn't know what burger is category. Pokemon! Gotta catch 'em all! Alright, so they added sandwiches to Scarlet and Violet, and a hamburger is indeed an ingredient you can use in that game for said sandwiches. Honestly, I beat this game and I didn't even make a sandwich once, so I have no clue if you feed them to your Pokemon or what. But fortunately, I don't even need to check, because Pokemon Cafe Mix offers a Sneasel burger with pickles as one of its many menu options. And as I painstakingly proved in the pizza video, any Pokemon in this game can order any food item. That means we can easily slap Pikachu on the Burger Eaters board. Luigi is of course the brother of Mario, a character who very much is in Mario Kart World. Thus, it stands to reason Luigi is also in Mario Kart World. There is a burger in Mario Kart World. Luigi can eat the burger. Okay, moving on. Alright, Ness was one of the easiest characters to cover in the pizza video, and the same is absolutely true for burgers. I mean, he lives in Eagle Land, which is literally just America but quirky. You better believe there are a ton of places for you to buy a hamburger, which you can later consume. Burger eater for sure. Now for Captain Falcon, and I could not find one iota of burger evidence in any of these games. There are burger joints in the F-Zero anime, which is a thing that exists, and I assume said burger joints are probably off-screen in these games, but Captain Falcon will have to go in the knows what burger is, doesn't eat it tier. Rounding out the OG-12 is Jigglypuff, who pretty obviously is also in Cafe Mix, thus allowing her to achieve the coveted burger eater status. Alright, I knew this would happen. This video is making me hungry for burger. Let me go eat one while you hear about Squarespace. Squarespace is a wonderful online website builder that enables you to create beautiful websites for your business or personal hobby. I adore how easy they make it to showcase your expertise and engage clients with video content on your website. You can make stunning video libraries and even monetize your content by adding a paywall. Perfect for online courses, exclusive tutorials, and premium workshops. If you want to get discovered fast, that's where integrated Squarespace SEO tools come in. Every website is optimized to be indexed with meta descriptions, an auto-generated sitemap, and more, letting you pop up more often on search engines and attract way more customers. Squarespace also offers lots of built-in donation tools. You can create a professional, on-brand website that makes it easy to accept one-time or recurring contributions, and engage your supporters. Use built-in email campaigns and marketing tools to connect with your community and inspire more people to support your cause. Check out squarespace.com/ShayFrillis for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use promo code ShayFrillis to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Now it's time for the Melee newcomers, starting of course with Peach and Daisy, the latter of which was not in Melee, but thanks to Echo Fighters sitting next to their base fighter on the roster, she may as well have been. Both of these princesses are obviously burger eaters thanks to Mario Kart World. And actually, I just want to take this time to point out that there are 3 different burgers in this game. A single, double, and triple. And these ladies can scarf down that triple whopper like it's nothing. Truly impressive beyond belief. So as you might expect, since he tends to show up a lot in Mario games, Mario Kart World is no exception, if you can believe that. Bowser is yet another burger eater. Next up is the Ice Climbers. Oh man, what a difficult time I'm gonna have researching the characters who only appeared in one video game ever. Yeah, they just eat vegetables, some of which can appear on burgers, but there are no actual burgers to be found in the Ice Climber cinematic universe. They probably know about them, but they've just never had one. Oh boy, it's Sheik time! Once again, the Zelda characters are a piece of cake because none of them were alive for the era of trains, so we can pretty safely say that Sheik doesn't know what burger is. The same obviously holds true for Zelda. It's a pitiful, burgerless life for the princess. Now for Dr. Mario. And as previously established in the pizza video, this is merely an alternate persona of Mario that he assumes whenever he puts on the lab coat. As such, whatever Mario has eaten, the good doctor has too. Burger eater. Pichu! Yeah, I'm thinking he's in Cafe Mix. Burger eater. Now for Falco, and much like Fox, I don't think he has any idea what a burger is. I don't see a burger on that plate of food he used to comfort Fox in that one ending of Command. Doesn't know what burger is? Ahoy. Okay, last time I got tripped up by Fire Emblem because apparently that damn mobile game had pizza in it. even if it was a bit tenuous whether or not those were the real versions of these characters, and not just a summonable variation of them. But whatever. It won't be a problem here, because the only burger-related thing I found in my research was a fan-made ROM hack entitled Fire Emblem Code of the Burger King. See, finding shit like this is half the reason I make these videos in the first place. Anyway, no burger in Fire Emblem Heroes, no burger in Engage. The only burger mention on the Fire Emblem wiki is in Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE. And we used to beat people up for saying that game is canon to Fire Emblem. I'm putting Martha and Lucina in the doesn't know what burger is tier. Young Link. Okay, I know I said there was only one Zelda game with burger in it, but I was forgetting about the most iconic one of all. The Legend of Zelda, The Lampshade of No Real Significance. Huh? In this masterpiece of a game, you bring a human corpse to McDonald's and they make a burger out of it. You then feed a burger to a guard and he dies, which allows you to collect the Lampshade of No Real Significance and win the game. What? Yeah, so anyway, Young Link doesn't know what a burger is. And the same is true for his eternal rival, Ganondorf. The great king of evil is not eating a burger anytime soon. And even though he's the same guy across every Zelda game, Spirit Tracks was a Ganon-less experience. Doesn't know what burger is. Now for Mewtwo, who, as I discovered in the pizza video, is not a customer in Pokemon Cafe Mix. He's merely a staff member and thus can't actually eat the foods. So this means that he is tragically not a burger eater. Is what I would say, but remember how I mentioned sandwiches were added to Scarlet and Violet, and one of the sandwiches you can make is a burger? Apparently, you and your Pokemon both eat sandwiches, so all we gotta do is check if Mewtwo is obtainable in this game. And look at that, he sure is. With Pokemon Home or a Poke Portal News special distribution event that lasted from August 31st to September 17th, 2023. Good enough for me! He can indeed be a part of this game and eat a sandwich. Thus, Mewtwo is a confirmed burger eater. Roy and his Echo Crom. Yeah, we don't need to make a big production out of the Fire Emblem guys. Doesn't know what burger is. And last up in the Melee squad, it's Mr. Gay Men Watch. The only time he ever does anything food related is in the Chef game. And I don't know what these foods are, but they ain't burgers. Oh yeah, actually they're sausage and fish, I forgot. Anyway, he doesn't eat burgers, but he probably knows what they are. Now for the Brawl newcomers, starting with Meta Knights. Yeah, remember how I said burgers are a food in Kirby's Return to Dreamland? That knowledge was
a surprise tool that can help us later.
And later is now, because Meta Knight is playable in that game. Burger Eater, piece of cake. Alright, it's Pit time! Ah, Rosie, I love this boy. Last time I had to present some crazy circumstantial evidence to the court in order to prove that Pit was a pizza eater. But fortunately, his experience with burgers is as well documented and easily provable as looking at the list of edible items in Kid Icarus Uprising. Ahem. Hamburger. So yep, he is an easy shoo-in for the Burger Eater tier. Dark Pit, unfortunately, doesn't have the same luxury. He's only playable in one level of Uprising, which is entirely an aerial mission, save for the boss fight at the end. That means there's no opportunity for him to eat a burger, considering how they only show up in land-based missions. And Pandora did not prepare some juicy steamed hams for Patu in celebration of this impromptu boss battle. Dark Pit goes in the knows what burger is, doesn't eat it category. Zero Suit Samus! You may not know this, but Zero Suit Samus is in fact the same as Samus, and Samus is not a known burger eater, so Samus with her clothes off is also not a burger eater. Wario time! For this rascal, I've got something a little more interesting than just naming Mario Kart World and calling it a day. In WarioWare Move It, the plot kicks off because Wario is enticed by a commercial for a garlic burger, which results in him purchasing 50 burgers and winning a sweepstakes that allows him to bring 20 of his friends to the island getaway vacation. It's never actually confirmed if he ate the garlic burgers or not, but like, come on now, this is Wario we're talking about. Also, he was in Mario Kart World and he ate a burger there, so it's a moot point. Now for Snake, who as far as I can tell has never accepted a mission to eat a burger. The most I could gather is that Snake's mentor, Master Miller, opened a burger joint during the events of the Phantom Pain called Miller's Maxi Buns. Did Snake ever eat there? I don't know, but I think it's only fair to assume he knows what a burger is, since his nationality is in fact American. No definitive proof that he ate it though. Ike is a certified Fire Emblem character. It says so in his birth certificate, therefore he easily belongs in the doesn't know what a burger is tier. Now for the Pokemon trainer and their posse of Pokemon. Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard are all easy burger eaters by the nature of existing in Scarlet and Violet. And as for the trainer themselves, if we want to count the Pokemon trainer as a concept, then Scarlet and Violet has them covered. But technically, the trainers in Smash are based off of Fire Red and Leaf Green, and there's no burgers to be consumed there. I'll put him in the knows what burger is, doesn't eat it tier. Now for Diddy Kong, and this is the first Mario adjacent character who gets a little tricky. He's obviously not in Mario Kart World, so what are we supposed to do with him? Look at the actual Donkey Kong games for proof of burgers? There's nothing in that shit but bananas! I believe Diddy Kong goes in the knows what burger is, doesn't eat it tier. Considering how excited DK is to hold the burger in the official artwork for World, he's no doubt regaled Diddy with tales of the supreme holiness that is burger. But the taste of one eludes Diddy to this day. While burgers aren't quite as prevalent in the Nowhere Islands as they are in Eagle Land, Lucas is certainly no stranger to eating burgers, since you can buy them from various locations in New Pork City. There are even a couple variations, like the Big City Burger and the King Burger, which is a reference to a famous American fast food chain, Arby's, because they have the meats. Lucas Burger Eater, baby. Now I'll show you. I know exactly where to start looking for Sonic thanks to the pizza video. Let's check out the Sonic Wiki's page for the edible items that appeared in Sonic Unleashed. Okay, let's check B for burger and... oh no. Oh no. This is horrible! He didn't eat a burger in this game? How the hell am I supposed to function without the knowledge that... Nah, I'm just kidding. We're not doing that again. H for hamburger, baby. He can eat one right up in this game. That's an easy burger eater tier for the blue blur. King DDD! Yeah, remember how I said burgers are a food in Kirby's Return to Dreamland? That knowledge was
It's a surprise tool that can help us later.
and later is now because King DDD is playable in that game. Burger Eater, piece of cake. Olimar, my boy! Did you guys know that I love Pikmin? I don't know if I make that fact clear enough. Anyway, burgers fall into the same category as pizza, where we know they exist in this world thanks to Louis' culinary notes, but we have no evidence that Olimar himself has ever consumed one. He very much feels like the kind of dad who would throw some patties on the grill for his family. But we don't accept headcanons here. Olimar goes in the knows what burger is, doesn't eat it category. Oh yeah, I guess I should mention Alf. It's tough, because Hakatate really only has fruit. I'm sure on the way back to Hakatate, Olimar or Louis probably mentioned it to him. I'll just say Alf knows what burger is, doesn't eat it. Lucario, another fine furry aficionado of the Sneasel Burger. He's a burger eater for sure. Rob! I mean, he's a robot. Once again, this real-life toy cannot eat something, and his only non-Smash game appearance, Mario Kart DS, does not feature edible items. This shit ain't Sonic Unleashed. Rob goes in the physically incapable of eating burgers tier. Alright, Toon Link is the one, you might be thinking. This is the one Zelda character with clear, intimate knowledge of what a damn burger is. Well, if you genuinely thought that, then I'm afraid you're a fucking buffoon. The Toon Link in Smash is the protagonist of Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass, but the one we play as in Spirit Tracks is his descendant, obviously. So this Toon Link was not alive for the era of burgers and trains. Doesn't know what either of them are. Now for the last Brawl character, Wolf. Yeah, he's in the same tier as Fox and Falco, obviously. Never heard of burgers before, I assume. Finally, we reached the Smash 4 newcomers with Villager. Unfortunately, even though pizza is an edible, cookable item in New Horizons, burgers are not. You can still get a burger in New Leaf, but it's part of the burger meal furniture item, which is not edible. You just display a burger meal in your home without ever eating it. Okay, you do you, I guess. Tragically, Villager goes in the knows what burger is, doesn't eat it category. I mean, I guess that's fair enough considering your neighbor could be a cow. In fact, there's literally cow neighbors named Angus and Patty in this series. How would you ever be able to look Patty in the eye again after eating a burger, huh? Answer me that. Super fighting robot, Mega Man! Yeah, I don't need to be an expert in Mega Man lore to tell you that he is a robot and physically incapable of eating burger. Did Dr. Light program him with the knowledge that burgers exist? Or did he find that fact out somewhere else on his own? I don't know, man. I'm just gonna say sure. He knows what burgers is. Next up is the Wii Fit Trainer, a character who is never shown eating or doing anything other than yoga poses, pretty much. And I sincerely doubt that she would ever want to eat a burger, since she probably survives on salad and lean meats. Knows what burger is, doesn't eat it. Now for our resident goddess of the cosmos, Rosalina. She's in Mario Kart World. Burger eater, the end. Little Mac. Once again, the Bronx Bruiser has never really been seen eating full-fledged meals. There's no evidence of him downing a burger in between training sessions. But as a resident of the modern-day real world, I think it's safe to put him in the knows what burger is, doesn't eat it tier. Greninja. He wasn't obtainable in Sword and Shield, but thank God he's available in Scarlet and Violet via trade or special event. Greninja is finally in the Burger Eater tier. So, I may be stupid because last time in the pizza video, I completely forgot about a little game called Tamagotchi Life, where Miis can eat a huge variety of different foods, including pizza, and of course, hamburger. The Miis are indeed burger eaters, and sure, I'll figure out if Sans is one as well. Yes. You go on a date with him to Grillby's and you get burger together. Sans is going in the burger eater territory, even though we didn't need to prove that at all because he is technically not a fighter, but whatever. Now for Palutena. And unfortunately, despite her granting Pit the divine gift of burger to eat in the levels every now and again, I can't find any evidence or stray lines of dialogue that point to her being a burger eater herself. I mean, she probably is, let's be real. I just couldn't prove it! So, knows what burger is, doesn't eat it category. Despite his long and storied history, Pac-Man hasn't really been around burgers that often. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to dig up some of the forbidden texts for this video. Namely, Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures for the Nintendo 3DS. Yeah, I don't really know that much about Pac-Man, but I'm pretty sure anything Ghostly Adventures related is kinda infamous. I mean, look at him in these games. That just doesn't look right. Regardless, the story involves him and his friends postponing their usual activity of eating 100 burgers at the local Pack-It-In burger joint, a parody of In-N-Out Burger. That's cute. Alright, unless you really want to make the argument that Ghostly Adventures Pac-Man isn't the same as Smash Bros. Pac-Man since he's ugly or whatever, I think Pac-Man neatly waka-wakas his way into the burger eater tier. Smash has many powerful burger eaters, Lucina, and I'm not one of them! Doesn't know what burger is. Now with Xenoblade, I once again found zero evidence of the existence of burgers in any of these games. Not even Xenoblade Chronicles X, which at least had a ton of pizza. Burgers aren't something the series touches at all, meaning Shulk has likely never heard of them. Now for Bowser Jr. He and his dad may not have been pizza eaters before, but now, thanks to Mario Kart World, he is. Wait, this was about burgers. Yeah, he ate a burger too. The Kooplings did not though, since they weren't invited to World. Duck Hunt! I don't know, what did I say about them in the pizza video? They probably don't know what it is because they are a regular dog and duck who just exist in the middle of this field. Yeah, works for me. Doesn't know what burger is. As for Ryu and Ken, the only instance I found of them doing anything burger related was when Ryu flew to America to meet Ken at a hamburger shop. In the Street Fighter II drama CD, Chun-Li Flying Legend. So, yeah, that's not a game. And somehow, this was all I could find. Other characters in the series mention liking hamburgers, but Ryu and shockingly Ken just don't bring it up. Ken is Mr. America. How is that even possible? Tragically, I gotta put these guys in the knows what burger is, doesn't eat it category. Next up is Cloud, and unfortunately, he never tells Jessie, you owe me a burger. Nor can I really find any evidence of burgers existing within the world of Final Fantasy VII. I found some instances of it in other games, like 14, 15, and World of Final Fantasy, and I'm gonna assume burgers probably exist somewhere in the world of 7, especially since pizza does. I'll say Cloud knows what burger is, but doesn't eat it. Corrin! Yeah, of course he isn't a burger eater. He doesn't deserve to try one of those glorious patties. Now for Bayonetta. And as we learned in the pizza video, there are indeed N64 quality burgers and pizza for your consumption in one of the areas from Bayonetta 2. But we can do better than that. What if I told you there is a mission in Bayonetta 3 that requires you to get a hamburger? That's right, there's a special challenge in Chapter 1 that has to do with finding a single hamburger in the world. So all you gotta do is grab it and you picked it up? What? Does that mean you ate it? Does that count? Did her health bar go up in this clip? I can't tell. Is this a burger eater moment or not? It said she picked up the burger. Why doesn't it say if she ate the burger? I mean, surely going into her inventory means she ate it, but then I can't really definitively say that unless that's it. I'm just asking someone who actually played Bayonetta 3. Yep, I asked around in a Discord server with my friends, and the burger does in fact heal you, which I like to take as confirmation that you did in fact eat it. Unless it was the supreme healing aura of the burger that did it, and it didn't necessarily mean that you ate it. Nah, I'm overthinking this. Bayonetta is a burger eater. Now for the ultimate newcomers, starting with Inkling. In the pizza video, I referenced a burger versus pizza Splatfest that I thought served as proof that the Inklings had indeed tasted pizza. But a ton of people pointed out that I had forgotten the lore of Splatfests. Every Splatfest category is determined by a printer made by humans 12,000 years ago, meaning they do not actually reflect the culture of the modern day Inklings. And they're just voting on random human topics based on vibes and not first-hand experience. That means we cannot use the burger versus pizza Splatfest, nor the Europe-exclusive Gurk In versus Gurk Out Splatfest, where people fought over whether or not pickles should be on a burger. It's yes, by the way. The answer is obviously yes. Team Gurk In for life. Anyway, it is weird though, because Callie, Marie, Pearl, and Marina all talk as if they do have first-hand knowledge of how burgers and pizza taste. So maybe they truly do exist in the Splatoon world? I don't know how they make burgers since all the mammals are gone, but I don't know, this one's making my head hurt. Ultimately, the playable Inklings clearly know what burgers are, but I don't think there's any evidence that they themselves have tasted burgers. They just vote in these Splatfests based on vibes. Knows what burger is, doesn't eat it. Ridley! Yeah, once again, this is an absolutely fucking not situation. Not only is there no evidence of burgers existing in the Metroid universe, but the idea that Ridley would pull up to his local In-N-Out and say, yes, I would like your finest hamburger, please. Get out of my face with that shit. Completely unrealistic, and I'm offended you would even think that's a possibility. Knows what burger is, doesn't eat it. Okay, so oddly enough, hamburgers are a heavily recurring item in the Castlevania series. I really wasn't expecting that. I mean, I knew about the chicken in the wall thing, but like, hamburgers, that's kind of a step up in terms of lunacy. But yeah, they debuted in Richter's original game, Rondo of Blood, though I'm pretty sure only Maria can eat them there. In fact, running down the list, the burger continues to elude Simon and Richter, as it's eaten instead by a ton of other protagonists and or Belmonts across the series. The only time it's ever been edible by the duo in Smash is in the game that got them into the pizza eater category, Harmony of Despair. Works for me, I'm labeling them as burger eaters. And as for King K. Rool, I couldn't find anything about him eating burgers, but I did find this sick-ass cosplay of him as the Burger King. Just thought that was worth mentioning. Knows what burger is, doesn't eat it. Isabelle! Same rules as Villager apply. She's not a certified burger eater, and she probably would never do it for the sake of her cow friends. What a saint. Knows what burger is, doesn't eat it. And last but not least, out of the Pokemon, at least depending on who you ask, it's Incineroar. As of the version 3.0.0 Plus update, you can trade him into Scarlet and Violet and thus feed him some yummy burger. Burger eater, baby! This is officially a perfect track record for all the Pokemon. And all thanks to a mainline game too, instead of a weird puzzle spin-off I still don't fully understand. That's what I like to see. Now for piranha plants. Well, surely this weird sentient Venus flytrap with no eyes has never even gotten remotely close to eating a burger, right? You're not gonna believe this. He's playable in Mario Kart World. No, I don't know why. What was wrong with just keeping Petey Piranha? I'll never fully understand. But Petey isn't even a burger eater, while his underling, normal piranha plant is. Joker. Alright, I've been waiting for this. When I think of Super Smash Bros. Characters eating a burger, Joker is the first one that comes to mind. One of the many things you can do in Persona 5 is head over to the local Big Bang Burger and take the Big Bang Burger Challenge. Eat this massive honkin' burger and you'll win a prize, as well as upgrade some of your social stats. Of course, you'll also need some of your social stats to be at a certain level in order to prevail at this challenge. If your knowledge isn't high enough, you will not succeed in finishing this burger. I don't know about you, but that makes perfect sense to me. Obviously, Joker goes in the burger eater tier. And in my heart, I really want to give him a special commendation and make him the CEO of Burger, thanks to how formative my memories of attempting and finally beating this challenge are. But ultimately, I can't really justify that based on the criteria of this video. He's only really done enough to be a burger eater. But damn it, he's the CEO of burgers in my heart. Actually, on a related note, the CEO of Burgers is a major villain in this game, and you beat him. So I guess, doesn't that make you the CEO of Burgers? Or maybe the title transfers to this guy's daughter, Haru. But you can also date Haru, so does this mean in the future you can become CEO of Burgers by marriage? Alright, clearly this should be its own video, so let's move on to some other characters now. Now for Hero, and I have to say, I was kind of expecting him to go in the doesn't know what burger is tier, but let's not be too hasty. There's a recurring enemy in this series named the Hoodlum. And in Dragon Quest Treasures, a spin-off that takes place in the same universe as 11, there's a description of the Hoodlum that lists some of his favorite foods as burger on the bone and deluxe burger on the bone. I looked up a picture of this food item, and while it doesn't really look like a burger in the traditional sense, come on, it's a burger on a bone. The chef clearly took some creative liberties. I think it counts. Not that it really matters that much, since none of the heroes in Smash can actually eat it, but it does clearly exist within the world of Dragon Quest. Hero knows what burger is, doesn't eat it. Also, I would be remiss if I did not mention the triple splatty enemy from Dragon Quest Monsters, the Dark Prince. It is a McDonald's collab monster that is 3 slimes stacked up in the form of a hamburger. That's incredible. Alright, Banjo and Kazooie are a real oddity because they spend a lot of time around burgers, but never seem to actually eat one themselves. Burgers are an item in the Witchy World area in Banjo-Tooie. You acquire them from this guy Big Al, who makes them out of 100% rodents with a synthetic cheese slice. Delicious. Unfortunately, these items aren't for you to eat and recover health from. You're instead tasked with taking them to various other characters in the world so they can eat them instead. Sure, you get jiggies by doing this, but is that really worth missing out on the yummy taste of the rat feces burger? I don't think so. Even the main villain Gruntilda references her love of eating burgers in the first game, saying, "When I am slim once more, burgers, fries, and chips galore." So Grunty and a bunch of NPCs are confirmed burger eaters in this game, but as far as I know, Banjo and Kazooie just don't partake in burger munching, despite carrying burgers around for people. Unfortunately, they're gonna have to go in the knows what burger is, doesn't eat it tier. Ooh, I hit the jackpot with Terry. So get this. In the Neo Geo CD version of the King of Fighters 96, there are interviews with the playable characters. One of the interview questions is what their favorite food is. And when asked that question, Terry Bogard says, and I quote, "I love fast food. I know this awesome burger place. Should I take you there next time?"
俺の大好物はファーストフード。うまいバーガーショップ知ってんだけど、今度連れてってやろうか。
Holy shit, dude. I cannot express to you how thrilled I was finding that quote throughout my research. It's moments like this that are truly what these videos are all about. Terry belongs in the burger eater tier. Also, apparently Terry's younger brother Andy has a theme song entitled Pasta Burger. Since, you know, how else were you supposed to tell these guys were from America? Silly. And now for our final Fire Emblemer, Byleth. Yeah, take a wild fucking guess what tier he belongs to. Speaking of which, Min Min. No mention of burgers on the entire ARMS wiki, but I'm sure she's keenly aware of their existence since they probably provide some competition to her ramen restaurant. Knows what burger is, but would never betray her noble ramen-related cause. Now for Steve, all we gotta do is check the Minecraft wiki, and sure enough, there it is. Burgers are a food in Minecraft and will be added in... Hey, wait a minute. This is the Minecraft Fanon wiki. Thought you could pull the wool over my eyes, now did you, Steve? You're not a burger eater. Burgers don't exist in Minecraft. Oh well, maybe an update 1.1.0, which I'm pretty sure already happened. Doesn't know what burger is. Now for Sephiroth. And once again, there is no evidence of him ever consuming a burger. But you know what I did find? A Robot Chicken sketch called Final Fantasy The Burger Joint, where Cloud and friends work at a burger place and Sephiroth is the manager. There's a version of One Winged Angel that has a choir chanting, "Hamburger!" I can't believe that actually exists. Where do they think of this stuff? Anyway, knows what burger is, doesn't eat it. Much like Shulk, Pyra and Mithra have absolutely no burger experience since it doesn't seem to exist in their universe. Pretty easy, never heard of them tier. As for Kazuya, the only information I could find about burgers in this series is in the Urban Square stage in Tekken 8. There's apparently a building in the background named Bob Burger. This is a cute and clever reference to the show SpongeBob, where he works as a burger cook. Kazuya probably knows what burger is, but there's no evidence of him ever eating at Bob Burger. How tragic. And now we finally reach the end with Sora, who also does not seem to be a burger indulger. Couldn't find any evidence of it on the wiki, nor do I remember it popping up in any of the Disney worlds he visits. As a semi-regular kid, I feel like he would at least have come across the knowledge of it at some point. So I'm gonna give him the knows what burger is, doesn't eat it tier. Alright, that's the final list. Gaze upon it in all its glory. I hope I didn't mess anything up this time, but if I did, shh. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I've noticed a real uptick in these sorts of videos analyzing which Smash Bros. Characters have canonically done all sorts of wacky things ever since my pizza video came out. And I'm really proud to have gotten the ball rolling on this trend. I don't know if I'm gonna do that many more of these since they do take a while to research. And if I do another one of these, it definitely won't be another food related topic. I gotta switch it up a bit. Well, regardless, thanks so much once again for watching. Good night, pack it in, burger. And cut. Okay, that's a wrap, people.
Wait, James! Sorry for the intrusion, but we might have a mistake on the video. See, while I was doing research, since there wasn't anything about burgers listed on the Fire Emblem wiki, I stumbled upon another wiki about Fire Emblem Heroes, which exists for some reason. And there's a page about the dining hall in the game. And on that page, there's a list of foods you can make in the game. And from that list, hamburger happens to be one of them. Heck, even leaf burgers, or probably vegan, but and also mushroom burgers as well. Like, burgers are in Fire Emblem. It's canon. So we might have to reshoot the video. That way the people can know. Oh! What?
I've worked too damn hard to get no mistakes in this one.
And no dumbass gotcha game that can't even be bothered to put its food information on the main series wiki is gonna make me rewrite and re-record 8 parts. There's no such thing as burgers in Fire Emblem Heroes. Nobody needs to know, and no one ever will. Wait, is this thing still rolling?